Picture a hotel just off the interstate. Warm lights, a hot shower, a big soft bed, and a truck driver rolls right on past it. He pulls into a dark lot instead. He shuts the big engine down, and he climbs into a bunk about the size of a closet every night, by choice. Now, why on earth would a man do that? Stick with me, because the real answer isn't what you'd think. From the outside, it looks crazy. The hotel has everything. Room to stretch out, a real bathroom, a television. The sleeper has a narrow bunk and not much else. So the first time you watch a driver skip the hotel, it just doesn't add up. Why pick the little box when a real bed is right there? I've had people ask me that for years, and there's a whole list of reasons. Some of them are about money, some are about the law, but the last one, the real one, took me a long time to say out loud. Let me walk you through it. Start with the money, because in trucking, the money works different. A lot of us are paid by the mile, not by the hour, by the mile. You earn when the wheels are turning. When you're stopped, you're earning nothing. Now think about what a hotel is in that world. It's not a treat. It's a bill, 60, 80, $100, out of your own pocket, night after night after night. Do that across a whole year, and it adds up to the price of a used car. Gone. Just on rooms. Meanwhile, the bunk behind your seat is already paid for. It came with the truck. So for a mile-paid driver, a hotel isn't a reward. It's a pay cut you hand to yourself. Now here's the one folks never think about. Say you wanted the hotel anyway. Where do you put the truck? You can't slide 70 feet of steel into a spot built for a minivan. And it gets worse than that. This whole country has a parking problem for trucks. Last count, there were a little over 300,000 truck parking spots in the entire nation. For around 3 million drivers. Do that math. That's about one spot for every 10 trucks on the road. So most nights, a driver isn't choosing between a bunk and a hotel. He's just hunting for anywhere legal to stop at all. You take the spot you can find, and you are grateful it exists. Here's a reason that surprises people. Behind that cab is a trailer, and in that trailer is somebody else's freight. Sometimes it's worth tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes a whole lot more. And there are people out there who watch for it. Cargo thieves work the lots at night. They look for a trailer sitting alone. A driver who walked off to a hotel left that load unguarded. So we don't. We stay with the truck. You lock your doors, you keep it close. Because when you're sleeping out there, you're not just resting, you're standing watch. The sleeper isn't only a bedroom. It's a guard post with a bed in it. Then there's the law of the clock. A driver can't just run till he's tired. The rules are strict. 11 hours of driving, then you stop. 10 hours off before you can roll again. When your hours run out, you stop. Not at the next town, not at the nice exit. Right where the clock dies. Maybe that's a rest area. Maybe it's a ramp or a corner of a lot. The law doesn't care if there's a hotel nearby. Most times there isn't. So a driver almost never gets to choose the pretty spot. The clock chooses it for him, and you learn to sleep wherever the clock leaves you. Now, if I stopped right there, you'd think the sleeper was just the lesser choice, something a man settles for, forced into it by money, and parking and rules. And for a new driver, maybe that's true at first. But for most of us, somewhere along the way, that stopped being the reason at all. Because the box behind the seats quietly turned into something else. Let me show you what's really back there. Step up into a modern sleeper sometime. It'll surprise you. There's a real mattress, made up with your own bedding. There's a little refrigerator, humming along. A microwave to warm your supper, a television if you want one, a heater that runs all night without the engine, power for your phone, your gear, your coffee maker, and curtains. You pull those curtains closed, and the whole world outside just goes away. It's small, I won't pretend it isn't, but it isn't a box you put up with. It's a little house you built, fitted exactly to one person, you. Now here's the question everybody asks me. Dale, how do you stay clean without a hotel? Fair question. Here's the answer. The big truck stops have showers, real ones, private, tiled, and clean. And most times, you don't even pay for it. You buy your fuel, and the shower comes free. They hand you a key. You get a fresh towel, hot water, as long as you want it. It's your own bathroom for 20 minutes. So the one thing folks think you need a hotel for, you already have, at every major stop on the map. A clean driver never needed a front desk. He just needed a fuel receipt. Then there's eating, and a hotel doesn't feed you either. So a smart driver runs a little kitchen back there. That fridge keeps real food cold. The microwave heats it up. Some men carry a little slow cooker. You set it going in the morning, and supper's ready when you shut down for the night. Homemade, cheap, better than another drive-through burger. A hotel gives you a vending machine down the hall. The sleeper gives you your own galley. So look at what we've got now. A bed, a bathroom, a kitchen, all of it rolling down the road with you. Tell me again what that hotel was offering. And here's the thing a hotel can never be. It's yours. A hotel room is a stranger's room, a different one every single night. Different bed, different smell, different ceiling. You never quite settle in. But your sleeper? It's the same tonight as it was last night. Your pillow, your blanket, your things right where you left them. Out on the road, everything changes. The town changes. The weather changes. The faces all change. That little bunk is the one thing that never does. It's the still point in the whole spinning mess. For a driver, that's worth more than any king-size bed. And there's your health to think about, too. A hotel bed is a bed 100 strangers slept in. You never really know who came before you. Your bunk, you keep the way you want it. Your own sheets, washed when you say so. Nobody else is anything. Out here, a driver's body already takes a beating. The sitting, the odd hours, the truck stop food. The last thing you need is to catch whatever the last guest left behind. So clean and familiar isn't being fussy. It's how you keep yourself running. Because if the driver breaks down, so does everything riding behind him. A lot of us don't travel alone. There's a dog on the passenger seat. More trucks have one than you'd guess. Now, no hotel is taking your rig and your dog both. But the sleeper? He's right there, curled up in the bunk while you drive, keeping watch while you sleep. For a man 1,000 miles from his family, that dog is the whole household. And the only place they get to share is that little space behind the seats. You don't trade that for a room with 2 double beds. Here's something else people miss. We think of the hotel as the easy option. It isn't. Think about everything it costs you. First, you've got to find truck parking anyway, then walk over or wait on a shuttle, check in, haul your bag up, sleep, get up, check out, walk back, find the truck, pre-trip it all over again. That's an hour gone, maybe 2, out of the 10 hours you had to rest. The bunk asks none of that. It's 2 feet behind you. You step back, close the curtain, and you're home. The hotel doesn't save you effort. It costs you the one thing you never have enough of, rest. Now don't get me wrong. Nobody out here is trying to be a hero about it. There are nights we take the room, on a 34-hour reset, when you're parked anyway. After a bad breakdown, when the truck's in the shop, when an ice storm shuts the whole road down, or when the company's the one paying. On a night like that, you take the long hot shower. You starfish out on that big bed, and it feels like a little slice of heaven. I'm not going to tell you it doesn't. It's not that the hotel is bad, it's that it's the exception, not the home. But here's the strangest thing of all. Ask an old driver and he'll tell you, after enough years in that bunk, the hotel starts to feel wrong. Too big, too quiet, too still. You lie in that great big bed, and you can't quite drop off. You miss the little space around you. You miss the hum of the heater. You miss the way the truck sort of breathes. You sleep worse in the nice room. Nobody warns you about that. Somewhere down the line, the box became home, and the fancy room became the strange place. So why does a driver always pick the sleeper? I gave you the reasons, the money, the parking, the load, the clock, and those are all true. Those are the reasons we'd give you. But underneath all of them, there's one that's simpler. Home was never a building, not for us. For a driver, home is 8 feet long. It rolls down the road at 70 miles an hour, and it is always right there. The sleeper isn't where he sleeps instead of home. The sleeper is home. That's the whole secret. So the next time you pass a truck stop late at night, slow down and really look. All those big rigs, dark and quiet in the lot. Curtains drawn, little marker lights glowing. That's not a bunch of men making do. That's a street of small homes, each one with somebody in the back, sleeping exactly where he wants to be. The hotel is just a building by the highway. The truck is the home. That's why they choose it, every single time.